feel like anytime I see indie VTubers in the few agencies that let them say who they were as an indie and stuff, because not all do. Some are like, no, don't do that. That's no bueno. But like, um, when I see like, for example, in my Hollow TV, one of the people I like, I mentioned her before, Carrot.
Mm-hmm.
She was an indie before she went corpo or whatever you want to call it, agency VTuber, and she got to keep her name of her old persona, so she's still Carrot. And again, it just makes me feel this inspirational sort of thing where it's like, hey, an indie VTuber can move on to become an agency VTuber and make something of themselves, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Though
Yeah.
I think she was relatively bigger as an indie, so yeah.
It takes, I mean, like you said, it takes a certain degree of luck, but it's also a certain degree of hard work, you know?
Oh, I should bring that up. You actually hit a nail on something that I've been wanting to say.
Mm-hmm.
Not everybody's going to be nice to you about this. I'm going to be real with you. I don't lie, I don't sugarcoat, so I'm going to say it straight up. Hard work is a part of it. Don't get me wrong. It is. A ton of hard work. Like, you have to be willing to work your butt off if you want to get anywhere in this. But I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Luck is a part of it. Whether
Mm-hmm.
people want to accept it or not, to some extent, there can be people who are amazing that you watch and you go, wow, they should really go somewhere. And they don't because they just haven't gotten lucky yet. And so, hard work, sometimes knowing the right people can help. You never know. Or maybe you apply for an agency. But either way, luck, it plays a role.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry to say it does.
No, it's, I mean, it's totally understandable. There are factors in this world that, can't be explained through regular means, and it's all just the RNG.
Oh, and I'll bring this up. You ain't getting that luck if you're not working hard, I think. I mean, you still could get lucky, but I think if you want to increase your chances of getting lucky, work your butt off, especially
Mm-hmm.
because that luck could run out if you're just going to be lazy, you know?
Right. Uh, Also, hello Arctic. It's nice to see you. Came in and got a
Oh,
life
another
lesson
one of my
from
regulars.
Trav. Yes. Uh,
Oh,
this is this
can
is.
I,
Oh,
after the stream, do you think maybe I could have a copy of the VOD? If it's okay, I kind of want to put it on my channel.
sure. Yeah, go ahead. I can definitely I can definitely download it and send it to you.
Thank you.
No problem. Uh, life lesson, like tease monologues, life lessons, and huge advices. Yeah, I mean this is turned less into an interview and more into just a life advice stream.
Oh, then I actually something that Arctic kind of touched on reminds me of a saying: "Hard work beats lazy talent." It's a good thing you mentioned that. I have one more: talent. You can have some natural talent. Don't get me wrong. You
Mm-hmm.
can. There can be some people who start out better than some people. But regardless, if you have talent or you have zero talent, does not matter. And here's why. Every talent you've ever heard of, it's also a skill. And
Mm-hmm.
how do skills work? You start out either with a bit of talent or with none whatsoever, but either way, you get better through hard work. And that means anything, whether you suck at it or you have a natural talent for it, can be improved. Now, I don't know how much so, it could vary with the skill, but there's always a possibility. And don't get me wrong, there's some stuff that maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's some stuff out there that you just not gonna get better. I don't know. But in most things, from my experience, whether you have natural talent or not in something, the only way you're ever gonna get better is through working your butt off at it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. Every talent. Yeah, you're right. Every talent is a skill, and every skill can be worked on. Uh, yeah, I think there's me personally. There are two different kinds of talents. There's natural talent, and then there's worked talent.
But I feel like even with natural talent, the only way it's gonna get better is through working hard just as much as if you didn't have it.
Yeah, I like to think of it in video game terms, where natural talent it's your base stat, and then work talent is the, I guess, the skill points that you put into it.
Exactly. Which also means, believe it or not, someone with natural talent who never tries to make it any better could be surpassed by someone who had no natural talent and developed enough skill to be better than the person who had natural talent to begin with.
Exactly.
It's possible, yeah.
It's all numbers.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah, a bit imaginary numbers, sorta, because I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like it could be very subjective, but yeah.
Yeah. I say more numbers as like a, I don't know. I like to quantify things in a. It's because
Yeah.
it's my video game brain. I like to
Oh,
quantify things into a good
tabletop
number.
logic, I get it.
Yeah. But if you can kind of like put it on a like a gauge, then it makes it a little bit easier to understand.
Hmm. Oh, I forgot to mention, I do Thai learning and Japanese learning streams as well. Though
Mm.
my Japanese ones had a much lower turnout than my Thai ones. So I started doing Thai, but I'm taking a break from both for the moment, but I'm probably going to go back to them.
Mm. Okay.
Yeah.
In my
Thai is in like Thailand, to clarify.
Yeah, I understand. Uh, in my regular time, like my own personal time, I'm learning Japanese.
Nice. Yeah, so am I. Believe it or not, both Japanese and Thai, I am nowhere near fluent. I'm not even quite conversational level. Like, I can
Hmm.
say some basic phrases and words and stuff, and I can read a bit, but yeah, my Thai and Japanese, I'm learning as I'm teaching it. So,
Yeah.
these are things that I just learned, and then I go on stream and teach it. And
Yeah.
then with Thai, I actually have a friend of mine who knows more Thai than me. So he's actually kind of teaching me on stream for those. And then with Japanese, I have a weekly tutor. And then I'm just kind of bringing them to stream when I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
My tutor is Duolingo.
Oh, I use those too.
Yeah.
Duolingo and a program called Pimsleur, which is really good for conversations.
Possible you can't have a talent because there will always be something you work on or are good at, but the important part is fun. Your talent lets you have fun because if you know how to do it or learn how to do that talent, you'll have fun. Or some sad, but always will always end up having fun. Yeah, yeah. Anything that can be worked on can be made into something fun. You know, you have to put your heart into it, and you can't let outside factors that want to develop that talent bring you down. I've seen a lot of people who like were naturally gifted at this thing, and so they decided to pursue it as something that they wanted to do, and then when it got to a point where they were kind of expected to perform well at it, and like everybody was like on them about being greater, they lost the drive and the love that they once had for it. But I mean, there's a lot of factors that go into it, and the you're right. The important thing is just to have fun.
This reminds me of a phrase. It says, if you enjoy your job, you'll never work a day in your life. I don't
Exactly.
entirely agree, but I have a way to adapt it. You will. Sometimes, if you really are enjoying what you're doing, that's going to help, but I'm not going to sugarcoat it. If you really want to get good at something, it is going to become work at some point.
Yeah.
But here's the thing you have to do. You have to think. First off, take a break when you need it, because obviously if it only is work to you, you're killing the fun. You're not going to advance or get better that way. But the point is, you are going to end up having to put a lot of hard work into it. But that said, if it's something you love or you enjoy, I want to make it a whole lot easier for you to work your butt off at it to get better at it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I suggest. Choose something you love.
Exactly. Me, I love video games, and I try my best to make myself better at them because I mean, I once had a dream where I wanted to like play esports. And so I would practice every day, trying to get better. I would watch videos on how people would like improve themselves, and I don't exactly have that dream anymore. But I still want to be good at video games. I want to improve myself at it. So I try a little bit every day to improve. Okay. I think you touched on this a little bit before, but throughout your time streaming, have you had any doubts?
Good God. Where do I even start? um, yes, many doubts. You ever heard of like intrusive thoughts or imposter syndrome?
Yes.
Both.
Yeah.
Both. I've had many times where I'm like, maybe, like, oh God, what if I suck? What if one of these days people are gonna notice that I suck, or I'm not any good at this? What if I do suck? Oh my God,
Hmm.
do I suck? Am I any good at this? Oh my God, what if I'm terrible? Maybe I am. Oh my God. Or like I said, you have a low viewer turnout, and you're just like, oh God, I feel so depressed. Nobody showed up, or one person showed up, which is nice, but when you're used to having more than one, like at least two, it's just like, oh, you get bummed out.
Yeah.
And and like I said, I've had plenty more than two. I've had like an 18 viewer once. Usually I have like between 3 to 5, but lately, like I said, it's been on a downturn. But you just, it can be, you get a lot of self-doubt, but the advice I gave earlier with the key to happiness and your dreams and goals, yeah, it's it comes back to that. I just keep saying no. I'm not gonna quit
Hmm.
because I love doing this too much to do that.
Yeah. You,
Yeah.
you gotta have that. You gotta have that little bit of drive, or I I I say drive, but there's another word for it, and I can't really think of it right now. Uh, Brain is kind of
Oh,
just.
I'm not that great at competitive gaming either, dude. Don't worry. I am obsessed with fighting games and stuff like that, but I'm not that great at competitive gaming. I'm really
Mhm.
not. I more prefer, that's why I prefer story-driven single player or cooperative games normally. I
Mhm.
can enjoy competitive, especially fighting games, but yeah.
I know. I
Sorry, I just saw your chat was
No, it's
yeah.
fine. I
Oh,
understand.
streamer habit.
uh, Personally, I enjoy playing Apex Legends. I am by no means like that good at it. Um, but it's I still enjoy my time when I'm playing it.
Nice.
Up until the point where getting third partied or just die to the most like stupid situations.
Yeah.
But yeah, doubts are always going to be there. Not everybody's perfect. Not everybody has like the good mindset to tell them like I don't have any doubts. I'm 100% confident in the work that I do.
Yeah.
Uh, the important thing is just to never let those those dots English never let those doubts you know take root and grow.
Agreed.
All right.
So true. So true. And yeah, I used to do a lot of collabs, but lately I haven't done them as much. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
thinking about doing more again because I have a lot of VTuber friends, and it just I kind of miss doing collabs.
Mm-hmm.
Also, talking with you is making me realize how much I just miss collabs.
It's been very interesting talking to you. I do have like other VTuber friends who are very long-winded, I should say.
Yeah.
But I'm much more of a listener than I am a talker. I like listening to people and having that like just that little giving that little bit of feedback. Um, but I would say collabs is also like a way to grow yourself because you're introducing yourself to other people's viewers, and then
Yeah.
those viewers could introduce you to friends of theirs, and it's a big domino effect.
Oh
But
yeah, and that used to be how I used to grow was through collabs. We would kind of share viewers and stuff a lot of the time in my early days.
hmm
But uh, like I said, then I switched to Yakuza being the way I grew and stuff, and my key to happiness video inspiring people. But like nowadays, it's like even if I did collab with people again, most of my friends are Twitch, Twitch VTubers.
Mm-hmm.
So it probably wouldn't grow me at all. So if I do it, it's literally just gonna be because it's my buddies and I miss them, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just nice to collab with them again.
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta find that area where like it's comfortable, but it's also like a means of like having a good time in showing
Yeah.
showing people that like I'm somebody you should want to you could want to watch because I mean I'm having a good time
Heck yeah.
and everybody likes a good time.
Another thing, I may or may not be the hyperactive type if you put me in the right games. Like Minecraft, I'm chill, don't get me wrong. In Minecraft, I'm usually, well, there's an exception I can think of. But most of the time, I'm more relaxed and I have this voice and we kind of have fun.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like in like Yakuza, I am like yelling and screaming and like yeah, oh and everything, and it's fun. But yeah, and the one exception was in Minecraft once when I decided to burn down a village while laughing maniacally with my Joker laugh impression. Yeah, the Mark Hamill Joker laugh. I was just straight up, just
Okay.
I was just laughing my butt off while burning a whole forest down because I can be chaotic like that.
Right. Rick likes your soft chill voice.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that.
uh I can be chaotic when I game sometimes. I know definitely when I play killer on Dead by Daylight, I I can turn into the demon that I really am. Uh,
Yeah, I get that.
but there are the games where I'm just like the soft chill, you know, relaxed kind of person that I normally tend to be. All right. As a VTuber, do you feel like you have a little bit more freedom to do things than like the standard streamer? There's somebody who like actually turns their camera on and shows themselves.
Yeah, to some extent. I mean, I get to be Phoenix and like have my story and my lore and a big sort of thing. Plus, the models just look really cool, and I love that. But so to some extent, yeah. But it
Mm-hmm.
also kind of depends. Like some people, they do this because they want to be anonymous. I do that also to some extent, but I'm a much more open person than some. Some are very private. So being a VTuber is like a great way to completely lose themselves into like a sort of fictionalized versions of themselves. While
Mm-hmm.
for me, I'm very open. I'm kind of an open book, so I'm basically just me. I just do the story stuff because I'm also like a novelist. I write novels and stuff, and so I love this stuff, and I voice acting and all that. So I felt like it was a culmination of everything I've ever done, really. Um, but yeah, I mean, it depends. If you're an open person like me, you probably could do all the
Right.
same stuff. It wouldn't the model and things related to the models the only real difference. And that's why I've told people, basically, just stop thinking of VTubers as just video games or singing. VTubers, sorry, I just had my computer boop at me. Okay, VTubers are content creators.
Mm-hmm.
That means they can do anything. You don't have to just play a video game or sing. There are so many things I think VTubers haven't done yet. And why? Because they get stuck thinking, oh, I'm going to play a video game, or oh, I got to sing. No, you can do anything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean anything. When I first started out before I became a VTuber, I briefly was doing videos, and I'm thinking about going back to it. I was just reading fan fictions. Literally, that's what it was. I had videos of me just reading fan fictions.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I mean, I don't know if that one maybe you might have to finagle a bit or maybe try to see where the fair use law is with that. But the point is, you can do anything. You are a content creator. Really, the only difference between you and a YouTuber or a streamer or any type of content creator, music. You can literally make music. I have a friend. His name's Yes. Um, he is a music creator,
Mm-hmm.
and he just makes music as a VTuber. And so that's what I'm saying. You could do anything. So stop thinking it as just one thing or another thing. You can be anything you want. Just put a VTuber model, or even if you want to be a PNG tuber as you start out or whatever, just go for it. Point is, do whatever because you're a content creator,
Mm-hmm.
just like any other one.
T's a big brain. He has a lot to say to people. He does. I'm finding myself learning as he speaks. It's very impressive.
Thank you.
No problem.
And
Like,
call me Trav. If you don't want to use the whole traveler, use Trav.
all right. All right. Do you see yourself growing to be like a big VTuber?
Okay. I have two answers. If I become an agency VTuber, definitely. I
Mm-hmm.
think I just need that bit of extra luck. And I think with an agency, if I got lucky enough to get into one, people are going to see my talents and what I can do. And it's going to take over from there. I'll
Mm-hmm.
grow and grow and grow. And I'll be a very, very valuable asset to that agency. Now, as an indie, again, it comes down to luck. If the right people see me and the right algorithm things happen and the right stuff, kind of the stars align, so to speak,
Mm-hmm.
between that and all of my hard work, yeah, eventually. But if that luck does not happen, then no. I'll probably be about the same as now or maybe slightly better. Over the
Mm-hmm.
years, I'll probably grow some, but honestly, that bit of luck that I mentioned earlier really plays a big part, and you just cannot be understated or cannot be overstated. Rather, my bad.
Right. Yeah. Take note, people. Professor Trav is teaching.
Oh, you
Yeah.
prefer to call me T because your English isn't really good? Okay, I'm sorry. That's fine. I understand. I have a lot of friends who are not English natives from Thailand and parts of Europe and Malaysia and stuff, so I understand. It's okay.
Yeah.
You can call me T then.
Lonic, I'm absolutely taking notes.
Oh, by the way, the reason I call myself Traveler, it's not my name. This model right here,
Mm-hmm.
Hiro Watanabe, or Watanabe Hiro if you want the Japanese order.
Mm-hmm.
I've had many names. The reason I call myself Traveler is because I'm a multiversal spirit going into the body of various alternate versions of myself.
Mm-hmm.
All of them can have completely different names. After a while, you just kind of say, you know what? I travel, so I'm Traveler.
Okay.
You know?
That's it's a pretty good way to sum it up.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, do you?
I do know how hard
Oh.
it can be. I'm learning Japanese and Thai, and I'm also a certified English teacher.
Hmm.
I know exactly how hard it can be. I'm sorry, I didn't know you were not an English native. So, yes, you can call me T.
Okay. Uh,
And I am. I'm a certified English teacher. True story.
well, hopefully it's I mean, I would say it's a good profession. You know, teaching people to speak a different language. I think it's
Yeah,
a
I'm a online English tutor.
instead of
Teach.
you, I mean, I need somebody to teach me Japanese. That's why I'm learning on Duolingo.
Mm.
This is fake sponsor style moment. It's this is Traveler plugging his teaching license.
Oh, except that would dox me, so I can't.
Uh
I can say I do it, but I can't tell you anything else.
yeah. All right. Do you think there are any aspects of yourself that you want to change?
Yes.
Mm,
Yes. Uh, I'm not sure if I should say them. One, I talk a lot, so
mm,
I worry that that might get on people's nerves. So I'm trying to work on that a bit. Um, I'm very extroverted, but I also have the downside that sometimes I get really sad when there's low viewership, so I want to get better at handling that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but there's some basic ones right there.
I wouldn't say like talking a lot is a bad thing. I mean, in this line of work, I'm like being able to just talk and talk and talk is a very very valuable skill. You know, me I'm not the greatest at talking. Uh,
You
my
got a good radio voice.
oh well, thank you very much. Uh, my talking skill is purely based on reciprocation. Uh, like I said earlier, I'm more of a listener than I am a talker, but I can definitely have conversations with people. Just give me a topic I can give me a topic that I can put a little 2 cents into, and we can go on for hours.
I
Um,
dig it.
it's also kind of an energy thing. Like if somebody is like very very talkative, I can kind of be the same way. I can kind of like be on that wavelength, but it's also true on the lower side. Like if somebody is like not much of a talker, I can do my best to like be the speaker in that situation. But
Yeah,
it's also pretty nice when it's also nice to just have that like little bit, like the little bits of conversation followed by the silence, because
for
like
sure.
not everything needs to be said. There are moments in life where you just want to enjoy the quiet.
Hmm.
You're a nice couple. I'd like to see you collaborate again sometimes. Other topics too. I definitely would want to collab with Traveler more. He's a very I get pardon me for I don't think I asked your pronouns.
Oh, it's okay. So it used to be you could use any pronouns you want, but now I just stick to male. So he, him.
Okay, I wanted to be sure. I didn't want to offend.
I
Um,
wouldn't have been offended anyway, but thank you.
he's a very lively person, and I do like people that are like more lively, because it makes for a lot of entertainment on both sides. On our side, we can kind of just bounce back and forth being, you know, goofy and silly, and then that makes for good content for people to watch.
I will also say, for some reason, depending on who I'm with, if I'm with a really serious person, I'm the goofy one. But if
Mm-hmm.
I'm with like let's call it a shit poster, I end up being the straight man.
Yeah.
The one who's really serious compared to them.
Uh, uh, I wouldn't really place myself in either category. I can be. One thing that I always call myself, and Chad is starting to figure out more, is that I am definitely a silly little goofy little guy.
I can be. Definitely.
I make mistakes. I trip up over my own words, and
Yeah.
uh, I can get flustered sometimes.
Aw.
But that's just a part of who I am, and I feel like
Human.
that, yeah, it
Well, not literally, but you know what I mean.
yeah, but it's just a part of who I am, and I like people to see that side of me.
Yeah.
I can be serious if I need to be. I can be uh just the goofy man that I am, but it's all just a part of me.
Mm. Makes sense.
I don't like to craft myself to other people anymore.
Oh, that's good. You should be yourself.
Hmm.
And I know that sometimes that can be hard to find. So don't be hard on yourself for anything about that.
Hmm.
I think you can do things at your own pace.
Yeah, it's taken me a lot to. I've personally worked on myself for now well over a year to be
Mhm.
where I am today. Um, I won't get too into it. I was in a really dark place like about a year ago. Um, but I took a look at myself, and I took a look at the way that I am, and I told myself I need to stop conforming to other people. I need to
Yeah.
I need to be myself. Oh, what's aw.
I'm giving you love.
Aw.
I'm giving you love.
You see. Sorry, my horns get in the way.
It's okay. It's okay. Had to give you a little bit of love, buddy.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Trevor hugs.
Yeah, that's the closest thing to a hug this model can do.
If I could move my arms, I would definitely give you a hug.
Oh, good. I love hugs. But yeah, I understand. I understand exactly what you're talking about.
All right. If you were to grow big, would you want to hire a team to like help upload your content, or do you prefer to do that yourself?
Not to upload my content, but I would want to hire a professional editor. Now, here's a disclaimer. I can professionally edit videos. I have a lot of experience and knowledge in it. I just hate doing it. I hate editing, especially highlight reels. I don't do them much anymore. I used to. And the reason why is because you have to go through the video and like watch the entire 4 hour, or if you're starting to do what I do, I've started going down to 2 or 1 hour streams. I'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, going through and watching a bunch of VODs just to get footage or clips. Maybe have some professional clippers of my own, or maybe the fans will do it for me. I don't know. But just it's a pain. It's a pain, and I want to get a stream deck because that would make it a lot easier. But I just don't have the money right now.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say is, Twitch and YouTube are very different. On Twitch, streaming longer, it helps you. On YouTube, it's the opposite. It's actually better to stream like less than 4 hours. Like try to aim for around 2, unless it's a non-gaming topic. If it's a non-gaming thing, then usually around 1 hour is better. The reason why is because more VOD watchers. Remember, on YouTube, it ain't going anywhere.
Yeah, you're right. With Twitch, the VODs are only up for a set amount of time depending on the status of your account.
And Twitch really wants you to do long hours and lots of grinding. And I'm going to tell you that, yes, a 4 hour stream is a good idea on Twitch. Because the longer you're live, the more people are going to hopefully see you and enjoy your content. But, guys, if you guys are Twitch streamers, take care of your health. Don't do what I did. Don't do a 24-hour stream. Don't do a 12-hour stream. Don't do an 8-hour stream. I mean, once in a while, I guess, but your health matters. Don't kill yourself like I did, okay? Don't do it. Don't do it.
It's definitely more of a celebratory thing. Like, yeah, a 12-hour or a 24-hour stream, if like you hit like a big milestone, or something really really big happens.
I mean, you can, but I would say